Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Octavio is my lender. My name is Octavio Quevedo, and of course, I've been doing loans since 1999, mainly focusing on single-family residence, 2 to 4 unit properties. Sometimes I do some commercial lending up to 6 to 8 units. So that's what I do. So today we're going to talk about credit because one of my real estate agents that I work with called me and said, Octavio, I have a customer, potential customer, that recently got his social security number and his work permit. So he wants to know if he can qualify to buy a house. Right off the bat, it is a no. If you barely got your social, you barely got your work permit, then unless you're going to buy it cash, then you can buy it. But financing wise, you got to establish credit. So we're going to talk about what is the easiest way to establish credit and how fast can we establish credit. Because I am an immigrant. I went through the steps. I went through being a non-resident with a visa to getting my work permit with a social security number, turning into a U.S. resident, and finally becoming a U.S. citizen. So those are the steps normally. So this one is tailored for people that barely got their social security number and barely got their work permit, and they're thinking about buying a property. Believe it or not, establishing credit for the first time is really easy. So one of the biggest mistakes that you can do is go buy a car. Yeah, no, don't go buy a car. Why? Because it's going to put you in a big debt. And that car payment credit history is not going to be to your advantage for the first 2 years. So what do you do? What do you do? You're going to walk into your bank and you're going to ask the representative, can I apply for a credit card? Yes. Go to the banker, tell them, hey, I need to apply for a credit card. I'll tell you up front, most likely you will not qualify for a regular credit card. You won't. What's going to happen is they're going to take your application. They're going to realize you have no credit. So they're going to deny a regular credit card. However, here's a good one. They're going to offer you a secured credit card. Yes. What the hell is that? A secured credit card basically means that you're going to give them anywhere between $300 to $500 to $1,000, and in return, they're going to give you a credit card for $300, $500, $1,000, so you can use. So it's kind of like you're using your own money. It's not one of those prepaid credit cards. This is actually creating you credit history. It's the best thing you can do because that's what I did when I opened up credit. So if you are going to open up credit for the first time, don't go buy a car, apply for one credit card. If you want to establish credit faster, I would tell you, apply for 2 to 3 credit cards. I know, it's something brand new to you, but it's a matter of managing those credit cards. Don't use them all. Don't use them, alternate them, right? If you decide to open just one credit card, limit of $500, don't go over $200. The major idea here is not to exceed 30% of your limit. So if they give you $1,000, don't exceed $300. That's an example, right? So if you want to create credit fast, open up 2 credit cards. Just manage them correctly. Don't fall behind on payments. Don't. Make sure you set up everything automatic. If you follow my advice, you will have credit within the first 30 to 60 days. This way, you're eligible to potentially finance a property if you have, of course, the necessary history to be able to buy a property. What does that mean? It means not only you need the credit, but you need to have established a 2-year history of employment If you're self-employed, you need to have a 2-year history of being self-employed minimum. And of course, you need to be filing income taxes, your W-2, so we can do a loan for you. There's other types of loans that we can do less than 2-year history, but those are more details we'll talk in the future. For right now, the easiest way to open up credit is to go to your bank and request a secured credit card. Use it wisely, because if you don't use it wisely, then you're gonna end up with bad credit. Throughout the years, I met many people that opened up credit and they lost it. Why? Because mismanagement. Make sure you maintain a good credit history on your payments. That's what's going to give you the best credit score. So what kind of credit score do you need? At least a minimum of 620, 640, 680s. And keep in mind, because you have a work permit, you will not be able to apply for any type of down payment assistance programs. You will need to come in with your own money, your own 5% down. This way, you can qualify for a property. On the other hand, if you say, well, Octavio, we want some down payment assistance, we want some sort of government assistance. Well, those are tailored more for people that have a residency card or the U.S. citizens. If we're focusing, right, focus on establishing credit for the first time, open up a credit card, open up 2 credit cards. Worst thing you can do is get into a big debt. Big debt meaning car payments. Don't get a personal loan. Don't get any type of fast, easy loans. When you go to what is the name of those places? I keep forgetting. I see them all the time in the credit report, and people get them because they lend you 500, 1,000, and then you have to go pay them back. Don't get those, because those are installments. Installment loans are meant to open and close by the time that you're done. You cannot reuse the money. On the other hand, credit cards are meant to use them, repay them, reuse them. Use them, repay them, reuse them. Those are called revolving. Revolving credit is the one that's going to create you the best credit long term. And one of the best suggestions I'll give you is never close a credit card. Make sure you have it active, because in the future, when you have established credit for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, the oldest credit cards that you have opened are the ones that are going to give you the best credit. So never close a credit card. Always make sure you always have some sort of usage, because if you don't use them, you lose them. So just to recap, don't go buy a car. Open up secure credit cards. Maybe walk into the bank, get 2. Preferably, I would do preferably 3. Make sure you manage them correctly. This way you can establish credit maybe in 30 days, 60 days. There's other ways of establishing credit faster. That's something you might have to call me, and I can tell you and show you how to get credit established in your credit history faster than a regular credit card. In the meantime, if you really like this video, I suggest you do a quick subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Sometimes I upload some good stuff, sometimes I don't, but at least help me out. Just press that subscribe button. Share this video with somebody that you know has no credit and they're trying to establish it. These are good recommendations. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm hoping this little video helps you. I'm Octavio Quevedo. I'll see you on the next video.